All right, greetings, Inquisitors, and welcome to the stream. Got my Loquitur GAC to play today. Looking like it's going to be a little lighter defense than we had to deal with yesterday. To any of those who are watching this who also watched yesterday, I apologize for getting a little bit tilted, but yeah, got a little bit frustrated with the matchup yesterday. With my own gameplay, you know. Let's try to recover that today, see if we can work our way through it. We got 1 win, 1 loss. If we can win today, that'll put us at 2-1 for the week. That's a winning record, right? We'll take that. We went 2-1 last week too, I believe, so working our way slowly up through Kyber 2. 3610 is the top. We could get to 3450. Ooh, we got a long way to go yet. Never mind. We got a long way to go to Kyber 1. Hey, who knows, though? If we get a 3-0 next week, that would be another 120 points. So anything can happen, right? Jar Jar Bink says hello. Well, hey there, Jar Jar. How's things with you? Hope everything's good on your side of the world. Hope the weather's pleasant. Hope your family's doing well. I hope all good things for you, Jar Jar. Almost called you Darth Jar Jar. Seemed more like a good guy Jar Jar to me, though. Alrighty then. Let's take a look at the old Grand Arena then. Opponent is Juffin Hally. 11.5 million galactic power, 7 in characters, 4-5 in ships. Don't usually see that where the ships are this far along. That should be all the ships. But then the character side is a little bit light, so maybe we won't have as many character teams to deal with. We'll see. Galactic War Battles 129.5. Ooh. What are we at on Loquitur here? 18.8. Okay. So 25 is almost 1.5 times as much time played. Right, 18 and 9 would be 27. So yeah, we've been going 4 years. This is almost 7 years on this account. Over 7 years. 28 and 28, 2.8, 30. Yeah, just under 7 years. Part of the guild Ukraine Strikes Back. Maybe this tactical genius, Juffin Hally, maybe he has an opinion on the Ukraine war. Ukraine Strikes Back. Leviathan, Profundity, Executor, all done. Most of the ships are done. A couple things that still have non-relic pilots, but not too much. The usual suspects, right? Ebon Hawk, Gauntlet, Starfighter, Landos, Falcon, Jedi Counselor. Those are the ships that most often are not done. Jar Jar says, thanks. Was up to my mom's today. Nice. Good. Good family time. Ziggy says, hello, hello. All right, we got to take off every zig. Ziggy. For those that are old enough to remember that all your base meme, that was one of the lines out of the all your base are belong to us. It said, take off every zig. All right, what do we got here? 7 Galactic Legends, and one of them is the new Ahsoka. So the 2 Galactic Legends missing are Jabba and Lord Vader. Interesting. I mean, Jabba didn't seem that hard to me once you got JML, but yeah, he looks like he doesn't have the Hutt cartel. He does have the Dark Side Ray all done. Relic 7. Darth Bane is in here. Third Sister, Gungans, Great Moms are in here. Starkiller, Malicos. All of the stuff. All right. That's a lot of completion in the account for 11.5. I guess he's just missing a couple Galactic Legends. That would probably put him up like 12-7 if he had those other 2 Galactic Legends. Interesting. Let's take a look at mods real quick just to see where the opponent's at. Queen Amidala, fastest non-GL at 352. That's okay. Ezra's fast. How's Ezra this fast? 339 on Ezra. Okay. So he's got some fast characters, but it looks like I do have a little bit of a speed advantage over him. All right, let's take a snoop. We got some Dark Side Mandos. No Datacrons on defense. So I don't know if this person's like a Datacron disliker or what. Let's go take a look. Now they've built Datacrons. Interesting. I mean, they've got a decent inventory of like level 5, level 3 Datacrons, all that stuff. I feel like maybe he just forgot to put them on defense or something. All right, well, we could feel a little bit lucky there. Check mods if no Jabba. Ziggy says, thank you for educating me on my name. I mean, Ziggy's a cartoon too, right? Like the little round guy. I mean, Ziggy's a lot of stuff, but I don't know what made me think of the all your base thing, but it still makes me laugh all these years later. My daughter also enjoys it. Like I showed it to her, and she got a good chuckle out of it. So my daughter is now an all your base enjoyer as well. Okay, so we got Jedi Master Luke is the only Galactic Legend that we see. We've got a Qui-Gon team, Queen Amidala, Great Moms. Got a Inquisitor team here that doesn't look too scary. He's really carrying everything on offense. Tuscans here. I kind of like to use gas on Tuscans, but we also use gas on Great Mothers. So probably we'll use gas on the Tuscans. This Great Mother team doesn't look that scary. Looks like it's lacking a bit of damage, so maybe we could deal with that with some Jedi. Let's try some Jedi there. And then what should we try? I haven't fought Jedi Master Luke as a character in quite a long time. I have beaten a team like this before with Imperial Troopers. That Yoda's kind of a wild card, but I wonder if we could get this done with Trooper. Jar Jar says maybe they don't like 3v3 and they didn't bother. That could be true. Boris Balkan says C beats JML. Yeah, the good old Sith Eternal. That works, right? Takes down Jedi. Yeah, I feel like we could just do Sith Eternal here. That's a good call. Wat Tambor. We'll put in a tank. I probably don't even need the tank. I could probably just do a two-man team. But I think you guys know me by now. I'm a little bit conservative, a little bit risk averse, a little bit more likely to put in more characters than I need because I just get frustrated if I lose for no reason. This tank revive is interesting because then Even when my tank dies, I can get it back and probably keep the banners. So even if Ninth Sister dies once, still got a good chance. Why is Kenobi showing up here? Oh, that's General. Never mind. For a second there, I thought that was my Jedi Master Kenobi. I'm like, why is he there? He can't be put into a team with another galactic legend. All right, and even though Yoda's the most damage, I feel like Jolie Bindo can resurrect people, and we're just never going to want that. So this feels pretty safe. We'll get rid of the Jolie and the Jedi Master Luke, and then it shouldn't be any problem to get rid of that Yoda. Yoda can hit pretty hard, but he's typically made out of paper mache, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. All right, we'll get the debuffs off of Watt for a second. Now we killed Yoda with the splash damage, so we'll just shock JML down. Take the victory. Queen Amidala, I think we're just going to do JMK here. Go with what works. This has worked for me many times in the past. It saves Bane for us in case there's a Leia on the back wall or some other stuff like that. And we don't need that good of a Datacron here even. We'll just put on a Datacron to have one, but we'll put on a low level one. Descending Madness says, I hate 3v3 in Conquest. Proving Grounds too. I gotta say, 3v3, I dislike 3v3 more than Conquest. I would rather do the Conquest than 3v3 Grand Arena. That's saying something. Jar Jar says Inquisitors will do it. I have my best Inquisitors on defense. They are part of my current defensive strategy where I put a bunch of like the top tier non-galactic legend teams are all in my bottom front zone. And then we've got some good teams on the back wall, some good teams on the front in front of ships. But the theory behind it is they have to decide what they're going to use to beat things like Malicos and Starkiller and the Triumvirate. What else do I have there? The Inquisitors. And then I can't remember what the fifth team is, but it's teams like that that some players will want to use a Galactic Legend to beat in some circumstances. Oh, the Queen Amidala team, I think, is there. Or maybe, no, maybe that's on the back wall. But yeah, the idea will be to use those teams to try to pull good teams from my opponent. And then theoretically, they have to decide on either the zone in front of ships or the back wall, but not both. And of course, they're going to pick the zone in front of ships, naturally. And then maybe I get a back wall hold. That's the theory. So far, it's worked out pretty well this round. The middle opponent just schooled me. He had a good defense that I couldn't beat. He had a good offense that cleared me. So, I just, nothing going on against that second opponent. This guy's kept all of his stuff for offense, so I feel like it's going to be full clear versus full clear. So I have to look for opportunities to scrounge banners where I can. Although I feel like if I can just get good, clean wins on everything, if I don't drop battles, then I'm probably in a good position. The yeah, I've got my Rogue One team also on defense. So what to do here? I could do Jedi. I could also try to do something like CLS. We've still got both Tuskens and Great Mothers to beat. A Relic 3 Qui-Gon and Ki-Adi-Mundi, and a Relic 7 Anakin. If this was on the back wall, then I could just throw like a solo SLKR and try to go for banners. But here I want to use something that's good but not too good. So I think I'm going to try to use the CLS team. That should get it done. Try to control Anakin a little bit, and then we'll just go for Qui-Gon. Should work. Descending Madness says agree, Conquest is better than 3v3. Ziggy says I like 3v3 and Conquest. Oh, nice. I'm glad you enjoy it. Conquest, I mean the battles in Conquest and the discs and all that stuff, that can be pretty fun. Oh boy. Oh, that's not fantastic. Oh boy. Mistakes were made. Yikes. Well, that Anakin hit hard enough that we're not going to get a clean win anymore. Let's throw in our own Jedi and just clean this up with some scraps. I mean, it can't be that good, right? He's Galactic Republic, isn't he? Yeah, let's try to just put 3 Galactic Republic Jedi together. I'm not even going to use a Datacron here. And we'll just go in, kill Anakin. Maybe we won't kill Anakin. I underestimated this again because I felt like we were going to click 2 buttons and Anakin was going to die and then Ki-Adi-Mundi would die and we'd be clean on this battle. But now we're standing to lose more banners. Yikes. The Conquest battles are fun. Like the discs and all of that stuff. I think Conquest is a pretty cool game mode to play. The problem is that the feats are kind of this little grind where once you just clear the zones and you're trying to do the feats, it feels more like accounting. You know, it feels like spreadsheet management, trying to figure out which teams to use and where to use your stamina and all that. It feels a lot like accounting. So I love the Conquest part of Conquest. I actually think it's kind of fun. But the accounting part of Conquest, I'm not such a big fan of. Maybe we just do Imperial Troopers here. That should do it, right? I mean, we just come in with the Imperial Troopers, smack down the tank. we should get good turn meter. This works, right? If it doesn't work, we're about to find out. All right, drop the bomb on the tank here. That's a little less damage than I expected, to be honest. We'll enable crit. And then we should get a bunch of attacks here. Okay. Let's do turn meter. Get another turn. And off they go. We lost a banner on that Dark Trooper, but I'm okay with that. We'll use the Jedi here. And I feel like maybe just use some pretty good Jedi. Something that we can expect to do a lot of damage. That seems like a good amount of damage. We'll use the Jedi Knight Cal Kestis Okran. That'll get him to his ult a little bit faster, and if we actually need to kill somebody with it, that'll be good. We can kill the Great Mothers directly, right? We can just dive behind Morgan Elspeth and just attack them, I believe. Right? Okay. Okay. Here's me thinking that I was actually going to do damage to those Great Mothers. Crazy. Wow. Okay, let's swing this around. We'll do this. We'll do that and get us to 30 stacks pretty quickly. Wow, the Great Mothers just take no damage at all. Okay, well. What do I know? Ridiculous. Okay, I guess let's just spread some buffs around. We'll do the insta-kill back here. And then we'll just work on Morgana. I always want to call her Morgana. Morgana's a character in League of Legends, you know? But for some reason, I always want to call Morgan Elspeth Morgana. 57 banners. That's interesting. How does that work? Do we get full credit for protection on Revan because his protection stat was removed? So because he had no protection stat, he counts as full protection for the banner? I guess. It's kind of the only thing that makes sense. All right, we have a Mal Gus back here, as well as Gungans, Mon Mothma with a Kylocron, and Rey with a Ezra. We will continue to try to use our Rebel trick here with Captain Drogon doing the basic. Let's look for that Datacron that we have with the resistance penetration on it, wherever that one went. I think this is the one we used with the 35% resistance penetration. Everybody has all their Zetas and all of their Omicrons in this team, so let's see if Ezra gets his revive in this team or not. The last team, he didn't have enough stacks of whatever it was that he needed to get his revive. Let's see if we can somehow duplicate that. All right, we'll go for the stealth. Try to get some stacks off of her. Here's the basic on Ezra. Nice big hit there. All right, let's get Ray into damage immunity if we can. All right. Let's get Ben Swallow into damage immunity if we can. Ooh. Another whirlwind. All right, let's put everybody on fire, because that's fun. Okay. Got the stacks off of her. We'll run her down into red and just we'll wait for something to happen here. We've got 3 characters to absorb the hit, so should be okay. Out goes Kylo, out goes Rey. 54 banners, we will take that. All right, the Gungans, we have Bo-Katan Mandalore. That's what we've been using for the Gungans. That's what we're going to use again. Question is, do we use Paz or... Yeah, I think we just use Paz here. Although, Beskar Mando might be better here. Probably better in 3s, huh? Give him some more durability. And in we go. I'm just thinking Beskar Mando can keep IG alive if he happens to be in trouble. All right, let's just take a whole bunch of assists here, see how low we can get this generator in one hit. Six stacks on the generator still. That's a lot. Okay. Let's just keep working on it. Get a couple more stacks off of it. We'll go into Whistling Bird stance. Oh, triggered that way too quick. All right. Last 2 stacks gone, generator gone. Just got to keep IG alive now. Let's cleanse off that death mark. Don't feel like I want him death marked. Everybody's got damage immunity except Boss Nass, so I guess he's the target. Okay. Let's try to heal up a little bit over here. I guess we'll go with Bo-Cat. Sure, let's go. Now, 5 stacks. Oh, Bo-Katan says, nonsense. Get out of here. She does a lot of damage. Nice. Okay, so we still got Malgus and Kyle back here. Now we can go up front, take a look at what we got. Tuskens, I feel like that's just going to be gas no matter what. He seems like the easiest solution to this problem. There's some armor penetration. A little bit of offense. I don't think we have much with protection on it. Okay, we'll just take this one. This is one of the rare battles where we can actually hit 4 targets. So let's take it. "3v3 is nice because it's something different," says Ziggy. You can mix the teams more, theorycraft, etc. The reason I don't like 3v3 is because the entire rest of the game is played as 5v5. That's the reason I don't like it. If there was other things in the game that required you to do 3v3, if Territory Wars was sometimes 3v3, if it was the same kind of thing where that was a mode that was used all around the game, I think I might like it more then. But right now it feels like I get to play around a 5v5. I'm familiar with it. Then I play 3v3, and it's always like the datacrons make such a huge difference in 3v3. There's a lot of like single character teams that are different in 3v3 than they are in 5s. So you just end up with this situation where 3v3 is like its own thing for Grand Arena. So yeah, I just, if I had the choice to pick 5v5 or 3v3, I would just always play 5v5 in Grand Arena. The game is a game of 5v5, built for 5v5, and played in teams of 5. So, yeah, back when, I don't know, they used to do 3v3 less. You know, I think like every third or fourth round was 3v3 there for a little while right before they changed Grand Arena. And I didn't mind that. But every other time, I just kind of wish I could pick and just choose to play 5v5 instead. That's just me. Let's just do aerial advantage here, whether we need to or not. Relic 1 Tuscan Warrior. Getting lots of stuns on us. 15 stacks. The fact that that stun works even through Tenacity Up is like, it's just silly. No Tuscan Datacron, so. All right, the two hardest teams we have left are probably Zori and the Kyle team on the back wall. Those are probably the two hardest teams. So we've got two Galactic Legends and Darth Bane. So we can use a GL here. We can use Bane here. That leaves us with a Galactic Legend to use somewhere up front here. So if we wanted to use a Galactic Legend on Zori, we can. I feel like probably we just throw in a solo Kylo and it would be okay, but I don't want to drop a battle with a Galactic Legend. That would be... I'd flip the table and run if that happened. We got Darkside Tank revive here. So even if they manage to counterattack enough to kill Kylo Ren unmasked, we can still get him back. I can't get red. I can get red chests anymore because of the feats. I'm assuming you mean can't. This last conquest was, the red box wasn't that bad. I actually red boxed the conquest this time around. I could, so I did. I did all the administrative work, filled out the spreadsheets, did the calculations, recorded my results in the database, you know, all the things to get a red box. I like Conquest. It's like these little challenges you have to complete. Feels like making progress. It just takes an hour every night. Yeah, Boris, that's it. It does take a lot of time. Conquest is more fun for those who don't go for the red crate too. Ziggy says your reason for disliking 3v3 is my reason for liking it. If ships were still 5 starting, it would be impossible. Jar Jar says, I find 3v3 is a nice break, so it's not always the same. Yeah, I don't know. There's what's the artist's name? Is it like Georgia O'Keeffe? I think is the artist's name. Who's famous for painting like the exact same painting over and over and over and over again with like just subtle differences. I'm like that. I'm that person. I could do the same thing over and over again. Like sometimes when I'm doing videos, I do it and I don't like it, and I re-record it and I don't like it, and I re-record it and I don't like it. And I could do that like 20 times just trying to get it perfect. So yeah, I definitely have this thing where there's a point where I really have to give up, where I really have to say good enough is good enough. And I'm not going to try to make it perfect. I'm just going to have fun with it. And then I'm going to put it on the internet. And if it looks stupid, people can make fun of me. Like, so I don't know. If it was 5v5 every time, I feel like that would be better for me, because then I could feel like, you know, every time I'm doing it, I'm just practicing it, trying to get the next iteration better than the last. So I think nonstop 5v5 would be my preference. Let's reduce the armor over here on Princess Nisa. Try to kill low gray here real quick if I can. The real quick part didn't work out for me. Okay, and then she's going to throw rocks for like 20 minutes. All right, let's drain their turn meter because I can. All right. Looking good, looking good, looking good for the Imperial Remnant coming back to oh my God, what's the Ewok planet? Endor. Woof! Ugh. My mind was blank there for a second. I'm like, that Ewok planet, dough. Does Malik beat this? We could take scoundrels in here, though, right? We got good scoundrel stuff. We got some fun scoundrel stuff we can do. Let's have fun with some scoundrels. Who do we want to lead this garbage? Cara Dune's not a leader, right? We could take Bo-Katan. Have her lead the scoundrel charge here. We'll put in a Nestocron. And, I mean, I don't see this beating Enfys Nest, right? Is her... For each debuff resisted, remove 20% turn meter. Speed down, all that stuff, right? Deal physical damage, healing immunity. Oh, the healing immunity can't be resisted. Okay. Well, maybe that's not such a good battle into this then. Well, what should I do then for this Jedi Training Rey? She beats bounty hunters pretty handily. I remember I used to use her specifically for beating bounty hunters. Maybe the Mandalorians work here. What do we think of that? Let's take in some Mandalorians. I feel like this should work. The good thing about 3v3, there's only 3 enemy units whose kits you don't understand and not 5. I do kind of like that. There's less kits to misunderstand. That's funny. All right. Got full stacks on our mall here, so we're going to work through Ray pretty quickly, and we did. All right, now we have a mall team of our own. And I think maybe the bounty hunters are actually good here. Could be successful. This is a good bounty hunter cron, right? We got Cad Bane. What would it look like if we put Cad Bane in here? Let's try a wacky bounty hunter team. Let's put Fennec in the lead. Put Cad Bane in there. Grief Karga for some recovery. And let's see if we can get Cad Bane to just run people over. That sounds like fun to me. What's good against Leia that's cheap? Bane. Right? Okay, got the damage immunity going. Oof. Tell you what we're not getting. We're not getting rid of the damage immunity. Okay, bad choice on my part, I guess. Oof. Still has damage immunity. How? Oof. And Fennec didn't get the kill right there. Okay. Is Fennec going to clean this up? There she goes. Fennec, clean up on aisle 6. That didn't go well. All right, we got some Nat Geos that we got to beat back here. What team do I even have that beats Geos? I must have some Sith Empire, right? What about a good old-fashioned Sith Empire team versus some Geos? I gotta say, I don't have much experience with the Darth Revan team. I don't know if Darth Revan even has his Zetas. I honestly think Darth Revan has like no Zetas or one Zeta. It's good though. That's one of those I don't know what we need, but I know what we're going to use situations. All right, let's grab something with a bunch of armor penetration. Equip that. And Darth Bane should take this down with ease. I think Sidious even lives. What do you guys think? You think Sidious lives? Surely you can't be Sidious. He is Sidious, and don't call him Shirley. Every single time I say Sidious, I think of that. Oh, no, looks like Sidious is not going to live. Aw, too bad. 1 down, 2 to go. 2 down, 1 to go. I called that before I actually killed him. Probably shouldn't have done that. All right, and then Kyle Katarn. Let's see if JML can go 2 for 2 in losses. We played Kyle Katarn. or we played Jedi Master Luke against a Saw Gerrera team and lost, somehow underestimating the power of Saw Gerrera. So let's see if this Jedi team can pull it off here. Do we have anything with some protection? Armor penetration, resistance penetration. I don't know. That's probably one of the best datacrons that we have left in the account. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's send over some more damage. Okay, Kyle. Let's see you take out JML in 2 hits or something crazy. Okay. There we go. 57 banners. Fine. No surprises. We didn't misunderstand the kit. What do we got for ships? Oof. This is a tough one. Executor and Profundity, I think we'll just mirror match those. And then we will try to... We'll do First Order against the Negotiator fleet. And we will try to use the First Order tactics to eliminate Anakin's ship and possibly also Ahsoka. And then we'll come in and we'll clean it up with, we've got several fleets that we can clean it up with. So let's do that first, just to make sure that I don't accidentally use the ships that I want to use. Let's go for this version. And I think we found out that we need First Order, right? Or that we should never underestimate how many ships we might have to bring in. So we'll go full reinforcements. We won't live that long. I don't expect this to win. But it is a low-gear Marauder. So maybe there's a chance that we could actually kill the Marauder, one-shot it with the silencer if we get some super lucky combo. Okay, but this is all about just keeping the silencer alive. We'll put the magic missile onto Anakin so that he can't gain turn meter. And we'll stun him. Okay. And then I'm actually just going to give him another turn. And we're going to take a big shot at Marauder here and see what happens. Dodged. Fully dodged. 100% dodged. Okay, now we need this tank to go. And we've got to get Anakin into stealth. Then with our first reinforcement, we bring in Cassian's U-Wing, strip off all the buffs, and make Anakin go away. That's the combo right there. That's the kill Anakin combo. It's the reason why I like Cassian's U-Wing as a reinforcement into this Galactic Republic fleet. And we're just going to try to stack up the silencer here. We'll put it in stealth. We'll hide the silencer, force them to use the big effect on the tank, which looks like it's going to take the tank out. That's unfortunate. Let's do the area of effect. Sure, why not? Everything has days on it, so I can't call an assist. Let's get a big damage here. Get rid of the taunt. Another reinforcement from his side. There goes Plo. Ahsoka with taunt. We'll bring our own Plo in now. Give some turn meter. Then we'll steal turn meter from Plo. Get a big hit on Ahsoka. We can't get it though. Crit immunity, right? Let's just go for the stun. Okay. Pass this over again. Just go for a basic. Okay. We got to get Ahsoka out of here. I was just going to say, she's got that big damage attack that we've got to avoid, and then she just hits us with it. Okay, one shot to tank. Let's go. Nope. Hit the tank again. Let's go. Pass it over. Gain more life. Come on, lifesteal. Everything's in stealth. We got to use the missile over here. 2 minutes remaining. We're still in this thing. He's calling in more reinforcements. Let's take away some buffs. Big hit here. Bang. Let's go. We'll throw the taunt over here on the shuttle. Oh, the shuttle lives. Interestingly. Okay. Ahsoka. Big hit. Done. All right. Just do a tap there. Shuttle's out. That's unfortunate. Okay. More damage to the silencer. They have tickled the silencer. They clearly don't know the rule. Never tickle the TIE silencer. Okay. Basic should kill him. We've got damage ramped through the roof on this guy right now. Oh, that's going to do it. That's going to do it. The Jedi Consular with the big assist there. Okay, but that definitely looks like something we can clean up, because those are absolutely the last 2 ships. We actually killed 4 of his ships. That's honestly better than I expected to do with that fleet. But we'll be able to clean that up. We'll take the 3 attackers in here. He's got a strange lineup. No Razor Crest in the starting lineup, and he's Relic 8. So we're just going to blow his Xanadu blood up, and this should be easy? Question mark? Would Kylo beat Leia? Kylo can beat Leia, but in 3s, I don't know. I think honestly it can go either way. I can tell you personally, I have beat Leia with Kylo 0 out of the 2 times that I've tried it. I've tried it twice, lost both times, and I've said, okay, Bane's my answer to Leia, and I'm just going to have to live with that. All right, just try to stack up some instances of heading toward the alt. Let's bring in IG-2000, get a stun. Nope. I should have waited on the stun, though, because if he would have brought in Slave 1, we would have enjoyed stunning Slave 1. Okay. Punishing 1, not punishing us anymore. Contract is done, and we've got locked buffs on the enemy, so this is looking pretty solid. Get some damage there, get a mark on him so that we can keep focusing down. Okay, got the resurrect off. Just keep calling this IG-2000 to do damage. We will bring in the Houndstooth. Whatever nonsense he has in store for us. I'm actually going to just attack the Houndstooth. Just get instances of progress toward the ultimate without having to deal with the counterattacks from Slave 1. Death Mark on Houndstooth should be the end of that in a hurry. And this should be it, right? Good banner, 72, something like that. 74. Nice. All right, now we're going to do the mirror match here. And we are going to take in that Imperial TIE bomber, which, of course, is the extinction of the enemy fleet, feels like. we rely heavily on that bomber to win for us. One-click win. All right, we'll take 20% progress toward our alt. All right. Strip away some buffs. We will give this back over to Millennium Falcon. And we'll have the Millennium Falcon attack over here. All right. More things and stuff and junk. Oh boy, we're going to lose our tank fast. Zoinks. Zoinks, Scoob. Oof, come on now. The disaster in the making. All right, here we go. Bomber comes in. Bomber puts fire on everybody. He's going to reinforce with something. We'll try to stay on this Outrider as long as we can. All right, just keep going. We will give a free turn to our Outrider and try to, I think the heal is back up again. Yeah, here we go. Try to keep our Outrider alive. He'll have another quick reinforcement, which is fine by us. And here comes the second wave of fire from the bomber. Fantastic. Loving every minute of it. Okay, Phantom down. Ghost going down next. Pew! Let's go. TIE Bomber MVP. We've only got 70% on our alt. I don't know. This is really low alt progress for where I feel like we should be. We should be almost at our alt by now. Okay. Just a little bit left on the MILF. And out it goes. 69 banners, dudes. All right. And then we'll take in the Radis to clean this up. I actually need to go into this fleet and add that Lando ship as a standard ship that we're going to take. Because if we do get to the alt, we want that extra reinforcement. So we kind of don't need it here. You know what? You know what? I'm going to take it. Don't care. If I lose by one banner, I'll blame it on this fleet battle right here. Actually, if I lose by 2 banners, I probably could have just taken the comeuppance alone, and it would have been fine. Let's just do a basic here. I know it's not the theme of how we do things with the comeuppance, but we don't really need the area of effect, right? And he can't call in any reinforcements. So it's just us comeuppance-ing the Marauder, and we win. Full clear, 1988. What do you guys think? Close? 2019. Okay, better than I thought. I dropped 3 battles, right? The fleet battle. This battle with Qui-Gon. And then wasn't there another battle that I... Oh, no, there wasn't. The battle with the Mandalorians I didn't drop. I didn't drop that one. Fennec pulled it out. Yeah, I was thinking I dropped this too, but Fennec managed it. Okay, so we dropped 2 battles. Got a full clear. We're over 2,000 points. And this is what they have to deal with on the front wall. Inquisitors, the Triumvirate, Starkiller, Malicos, and then the Imperial Remnant, Enoch and the Remnant. That's what else is on this front wall. So they've got all that nonsense to deal with. If they get through that, there's a decent back wall for them to fight. And then up here we've got the Ezra Exile, Ray Exile, Jabba. We've got these other 3 teams aren't that good, but maybe enough to run them out of some resources. Okay, for next round, though, I do need to change my defenses for next round. So let's edit our defenses. And we can come in here, we can kick this Jedi team out. And we can look at some kind of Sonastaros team, because I did take her to Relic 5. So now, if we want to put a Staros team in here, we can do that. So she'll be Relic 5. And what do we put in here with her? We could put in Leia. Yes, no. Let's think about this. What does this Datacron do? Let's go look at the Datacron here. Okay, at the start of the counter, all allies gain 100% max health protection. Whenever she gains turn meter, all allies gain offense. When an enemy is inflicted with vulnerable, they gain target lock. Whenever a scoundrel ally uses a special ability, whenever a rebel or scoundrel ally attacks an enemy with target lock, they gain retribution. Whenever an ally is defeated, Captain Han Solo gains a bonus turn. So does that mean that we also want Han Solo in here? I feel like that's not great though, right? Rebel Scoundrel tanks. We don't have any of those. Have extra stuff and gain turn meter when a non-rebel ally or Sana is damaged by an attack. Rebels and Sana have offensive potency. Whenever a rebel has less than 100% turn meter and gains bonus turn meter, they gain critical damage. If a scoundrel removes turn meter from an enemy, that enemy also takes damage, equal to 20% of their max health. What if we did this the other way around? So, whenever Sana gains turn meter, all allies gain offense. What have you guys seen with this? Ziggy says Kylo beats Rey with Dark Ray. Kylo beats Leia easy. We could do Sonastaros and man, I'm trying to think of what's best here. Who's going to be gaining turn meter all the time? How do we just gain tons and tons of turn meter? What if she's not a rebel fighter, though? We can't do something like a Mon Mothma team. Would this team even be annoying? Queel and IG. There's not enough damage, right? If this was 5s, we might be able to put something together here, but this is just like not enough damage. I think. Rebel Scoundrel tanks have stuff. Whenever a non-tank rebel or Santa is dealt damage, rebel allies gain protection up. A rebel or Sana, a rebel or Scoundrel. If a rebel or Scoundrel removes turn meter. My Sana team is more there to force people to spend legend go heavy than actually hold off. That team leaves them weak. I use So JQ, what other characters are you using in there? What other characters are in your team? Sneeze. Rebel Leia does lots of damage. I think I have okay mods on her. Yeah, she's got okay mods. Not great, but okay. So if we did like Cara Dune, she meets the criteria for removing turn meter, right? So she is a tank. She gets all this stuff. When a Scoundrel ally uses a special ability, target enemy loses 40% whenever Max protection, defense. Okay. She is a smuggler. Gain retribution. So then this says gains bonus turn meter. They gain stuff. If a rebel moves turn meter from an enemy, that enemy also takes damage. All right, so I think this is going to be what we'll do. What about Beskar Mando? Sana, Zori, and Han. Other team is Dash, Hondo, and Bam. Sana, Zori, and Han. What would it look like if we did Han and Chewie? My Zori isn't relicked yet. Or did I? I think I might have just relicked my Zori. I did, didn't I? I did. I believe. Relic my Zori Bliss. Interesting. So we could put Zori in there. If there are no galactic legends and all allies are resistance, which won't work. So how is Zori good in this team? How is Zori better in this team than she is just in a resistance team? Han Zori. JQ says Sana held 2 teams last time. Well, I can try that, but since my Zori is not currently relicked, I can't do it as of this arena. And then my Dash On Chewy team will have to go. And I'll have to figure out a different squad for back here. So I could do Dash, Nest, and L3. Who else is prepared? Is there anybody else that's prepared that I would actually want to put here? Vandor Chewbacca would be better, but I do not have Vandor Chewbacca done. He is not relic. Hit the lightsabers. Boris says I hit it 20 times. I draw the line at 20. Oh no! Lightsabers are never to be used an even number of times. You got to go either 19 or 21. What, you know what would make this annoying? Let's read this carefully. At the start of the battle, grant guard to the weakest ally and Han Solo. The weakest ally is determined by the lowest amount of combined health and protection, right? So 68, 70, 30, 110. There's no way Nest is going to be less than 110, is there? She's right at 110. I actually have to use a calculator because I am not good enough to do that much math in my head. I can get close, but this is close enough that I actually have to look. 5'7", 723 plus 43, 118 is 100. Oh. Nest is weak. Nest will actually be guarded. Is that what we want? Do we want Nest to be the one that's guarded? It just kind of... That's not really good, right? Guapo says, hey, DL, fancy see you streaming. Hey, Guapo. How's it going, my friend? Okay. I feel like if we put L3 or something like that in here, L3 is just way too easy to kill. Like, there's nothing on this team that's even going to make it annoying. Right? The Nest Kron is pretty nasty. But you have to actually keep Nest. Or Nest has to protect somebody else who's hidden, like Hondo. Or I guess if you left Nest till the end here, it might be dangerous. How can I put together an Enfys Nest team here? If Vandor was relic, that would be something, right? If we had a relic Vandor, we could do Vandor Nest Dash, and then they have to kill Vandor first, and theoretically, while they're killing Vandor, Nest is doing a lot of damage, I guess. Han and weakest ally. Yeah, Nest is an ally, right? So one of these characters will still get guarded. Not both of them. It's Han and the weakest ally. So Nest is the weakest ally. She'll actually be guarded. So they'll just kill Rendar first, and then Chewbacca, and then Nest. It's not that big of a deal. But, I don't know. We're going to put it on defense. And then once we get the new arena locked in, we can swap out this team with the recommended team of Sana, Zori, and Han Solo. And we'll see. We will see from there what happens. Who would you recommend to Zeta? Shock, Hera, Newt, or I just leave them as I go for the new Bad Batches? Shock, Hera, Newt. I feel like Hera, Phoenix are legit, right? So if you're talking about the old school Hera, then I would say, yeah, do that. You know? It ain't bad to have the Zeta on Hera. I think that's the Zeta, right? The turn meter doubled. I think that's the Zeta. Yep. And then having the Omicron, they can still be viable against the Inquisitors. All right. I lost a fight against Kira, Hondo, and Nest with Nest crowned with my Dark Trooper Moff Gideon team. Had to Jedi Knight Luke them. Kira, Hondo, and Nest. Yeah, if my Hondo was relic, I would definitely put Hondo into that team. I would do Dash, Nest, Hondo. But I do not have the relic Hondo. He's not even 7 stars yet. He's like one of the holdouts from forever. He's in my list of things to get to someday, though, right? Look, he's right there. He's chilling at 62 shards. We'll get Huyang finished. We get Shin Hati finished, so we'll have a couple more characters for our Balin and Ahsoka journeys. But I could probably fit Hondo in there as another relic that I need to do. Yep. That would probably be good. And then, this Datacron is going to be around for a while, right? It'll be around for 3 more conquests. The second round of this Datacron, and then 2 more rounds with other Datacrons. So that's like 3 months. So yeah, it wouldn't be wasted. I could probably do that. Try to make better use of the Nest Datacron during this cycle. JQ says, after 4 years of playing, I'm finally catching up on my Zetas. Yeah. I hear you. I put on a bunch of Zetas this week. I put some Zetas onto the characters for the journey. So I put one on Huyang, Syndulla, Padawan Sabine. I gave them all their Zetas. So I kind of ran down my Zeta count. And now I feel like I'm in the final rundown to Galactic Legend Ahsoka. So I'll save all my Zetas, and it's still going to be like Sabine. We've got to still farm 100 shards on Sabine. I'm farming her twice a day now, so that'll be probably another 5 weeks or something like that to get her done. So in that time, I'll be back to 120 Zeta materials in the bank. We should be able to unlock Galactic Legend Ahsoka. I'm not going to rush the tokens, though, either. So I know a lot of people now, when they get a Galactic Legend on the menu, they're going in here and spending their Shard Shop currency to kind of accelerate that journey. And I don't know. I don't feel like I'm going to be spending Shard Shop currency on that. I've only got 5,000 in the bank because I've been spending so much of my Shard Shop currency in the Datacron store to buy money. So I don't have a whole lot of extra Shard Shop currency. I need to get an auto clicker or something because I've got a lot of friendship points. And it's been a long time since I've done a rundown on friendship points. 864,000 friendship points that I have to get rid of. So I need to get something that will go through those. I think Hot Utils might do it, but I'm not subscribed to that. I kind of made the decision not to use any third-party software, so I'm kind of stuck figuring out how to convert them. JQ says, I use Hot Utils to get rid of mine. Yeah, I should probably use Hot Utils at some point, but who knows? Maybe I'll find an auto clicker or something like that to just just click them overnight and convert them all to Shard Shop currency. Guapo says, I'm Zetaless, Zeta poor, and my Ray only has 4 Zetas for like a year and a half. JML is also missing one. Sad times. Storm Pooper says, add the Mandalorian bot. The Mandalorian bot. Well, I'm playing on PC, so I don't know how to add PC bots. I don't play on my phone, like, ever. So, all right, well, that's going to wrap it up for me for tonight. Let's pack it in there. Thank you all for coming out and watching, hanging out, watching me play around my defenses and all that stuff. Hopefully get some ideas for your own stuff from what I'm doing, or at least get an idea what not to do if I make mistakes. But thank you all for coming out. Appreciate each and every one of you. Please remember to hit the like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Subscribe to the channel to see more of my stuff in the future. And, of course, use the notification bell so you know when I'm doing my live streams. I do 3 live streams a week right now, Wednesday and Sunday at 6:30 and Saturday at 11 a.m. All of those times are U.S. Central Time. You can hang out with me and the crew. Hope to see you over there. Also got a Discord community. The link is down below. It's a nice, pretty much a non-toxic community. A lot of good people willing to answer questions and help people out. So come on over there if you want to get some help. There's an Ask Loquitur channel. You can ask me questions, and I'll try to get you an answer when I can. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next Holocron.